The big issues, Le.
We are very much optimistic, say, through the ballot, we are going to clinch the 2028 elections. Okay. Not by rigging.
Because you know when they rig elections, now during the entire for determining the system of government on want, for determining electoral laws, so, for do boundary delimitation.
Get ready for the roller coaster ride through with day-to-day story them as we dive deep into the heart of the matter.
This Waka Fine bus will be carried. If we get a proper transportation system, we'll be able to congest Freetown.
The leaders that we have is a reflection of us, the people.
The Today Show Breakfast, only on Sleep Television, Channel 37. Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m.
And at noon from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m.
Every second that the society they make headline and they issue them can up now we aid even for clear them can skanga.
Those 550 plus lawyers voted on a resolution that I be the electoral commissioner for the bar. Because of course they believe in me.
So important for broke down the issue today for let the public understand.
3 values where this country stand for. 1, we cultural values. 2, we spiritual values. And 3, we moral values.
Nothing where they don't write, nothing where they don't put on internet, nothing AI they give you.
Now that's make we they bring come to you the Today Show. We get segments where they range from interview on the big issues, Le.
We are very much optimistic, say, through the ballot, we are going to clinch the 2028 elections. Okay. Not by rigging.
Because you know when they rig elections, now during the entire for determining the system of government on want, for determining electoral laws, so, for do boundary delimitation.
Get ready for the roller coaster ride through with day-to-day story them as we dive deep into the heart of the matter.
This Waka Fine bus will be carried. If we get a proper transportation system, we'll be able to congest Freetown.
The leaders that we have is a reflection of us, the people.
The Today Show Breakfast, only on Sleep Television, Channel 37. Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m.
And at noon from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m.
Every second that the society they make headline and they issue them can up now we aid even for clear them can skanga.
Those 550 plus lawyers voted on a resolution that I be the electoral commissioner for the bar.
Another morning, and it's getting to the end of the week. Hello, my name is Patrick Salia. Welcome. This is the Today Show on Slick Television on Channel 37. The breakfast edition of the Today Show here on your screen. With the option for Facebook, Slick TV, Slick TV Official on YouTube, website slicktv.com, and with corresponding other handles, TikTok and elsewhere. Today, tax. And in fact, that's not the complaint we would get from Waterkey, what they get about Waterkey, that system where them say for tackle leakages, then seepages, then corner where people don't use for the operate before, but already be done introduce them. In fact, and I tell like it worse. What do I mean? As it could then call it automated systems for customs data. Automated system for customs data. As it could we introduced them as a country under the regime of Haja Kala Kamara as Commissioner General of NRA during the Ernest Bai Koroma APC-led administration, and then subsequently they enroll them. Now all the custom and border crossing points, Waterkey, Balamuya, they enroll now, and the particularly Balamuya checkpoints at Cambia district, and of course Waterkey, Usainade, all the container, if not the entirety of the container, the way they come to the country. Now South Africa now did the system base according to within NRA and SSF been explained. The system based in South Africa. So how come people enable for manipulate that system, that very system, anyway, system na not American? So it's subject to manipulation. So, in fact, quite recently, NRA say, then they investigate. After all the complaining, initially they ignore, then people and they concern them and complain to them, civil society don't make vuvuzela about them, they ignore all that one day. So later on, and then come up with press release and say then they investigate. So waiting and investigate. But we'll wait and see. This country, investigation, hardly they come out with the reports to the public. So, Wataki, we are day. At the same Wataki, now they then become with 40 feet container way being turned out to be something else in the midst or in the middle of the high tension of the fight against drug in the country. Anyways, I'll bring you a motivational message for you first before we proceed with the rest of the show. Here, it's a fair tax system is not a burden. It is a reflection of our shared responsibility to one another. A tax, fair one. Fair tax system, they say not to burden, not to load where they put now with. But rather, now waiting, they reflect on we were supposed to be. We all responsibility. Me contribute, you contribute, and everybody puts together it on one pot. And they make, like Osusu, you ib, and they ib, myself ib, we put them together. So where the money full up, they see big, they're able to do something big for you, rather than where you get them in piecemeal. Sometimes getting it in piecemeal will help you for solve some immediate problems, but not all the major immediate problems they solve for you. So fair tax, not to any kind of tax, so fair one. By how my business day, now so you tax me for that pay. Fair one. And you know the pick and choose. That is fairness, from part of the fairness. Anyways, so as we go along, the police, yesterday don't say then do about 218 raids so far in the last 1 week. We then start this operation for curb the menace around drug and drug abuse. This raid, we then say na 218, and about only 28 or 26 or 28 then say then charge, go court. Meaning the bulk of their other cases then they, which happened to them. But for more from the police press conference yesterday, now the police officers Meskim Tom, John Abdullahi, get more.
Head of Media for the Police, Assistant Commissioner Brema Kamara. Out of the 218, the police investigate 64 and release 43. Women before the charge go court.
They conduct 288, very large number, 288 in fact counted for the past 1 week. And so far we don't send 4 women across 24. We still investigate 66 and round 1 and we start at 43. Because if you look at the chain, we start from the manufacturer or producer. From there we come to the wholesaler. And from the wholesaler we come to the retailer. And from the retailer we come to the consumer. So that is the supply chain. If the beginning come, then we can realize say you are just consumer. I mean the issue of empathy they come in and at the end they say this one, instead of we can't open them by one way in this kind of condition. The one that you want them and release them, or you hand them over to the team. Because when you look at the National Drug Control Act, it provides one, you do what we call aftercare, you do education, you do rehabilitation, and you do social reintegration. So all those one are processes put together. You understand? So if the need for them and send you go for rehabilitation, then you want and send you go for rehabilitation and so on and so forth. Now that make we work together as a team. You get the SLP, you get the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, you get the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces, then you get the National Public Health Agency. Understand? So all the one they put together and then they participate. And we stand one part the enforcement.
Chief Superintendent of Police Michael Gandhi, when at the head of Transnational Organized Crime Unit, Toku, confirmed say inside the total number of arrests, the police arrest the Kompi police with 6 plastic bags of loose quantity of kush.
On Sunday, 12 October 2025, at Mile 30 Peninsula Godrich, police will arrest
then company police then. We na BC 21144. They be arrested with a company we na police constable 20274 Abu Hadi. They be holding with 6 half-filled black plastic polythene bags containing loose quantity of kush. The 3rd November, police will arrest and search Sergeant 14483 Musa Siriki Suari of my 91 police barracks, 84 wraps of solid leaves suspected to be kush, and 15 sachets shell leaves suspected to be kush.
Drug abuse don't become public health and national security concern as Salone, with alarming rates of addiction, particularly among young people. For Slick TV, John M. Abdullahi reports.
All right, thank you, John, for that report today. Conversation for the morning, this Thursday. I'll bring you on this day when I've been, today's 6th of November 2025. But some years down the line, a lot of things happened. Lord John Rabia Tomansari for this day in history.
Now be this day inside 1962 where the United Nations General Assembly passed one historic resolution for condemn apartheid inside South Africa. One system will be separate people and by race and give the white people in control over the country, politics and economy. The resolution called all member states for cut off diplomatic and economic relations with South Africa until the government end that racial policy day. It served as one of the major global action against apartheid and show growing international support for freedom and equality inside South Africa. This moment marked the beginning for stronger global pressure will eventually bring apartheid to an end and lead to the birth of democratic South Africa under Nelson Mandela 3 years after.
All right. A lot of things happening, and this day in today, what happens with today? Now, any part of the world will get to form history in the future. Now, just yesterday, a report came out where the Budget Advocacy Network BAN put out, and then say Salone lost twice. Salone lost twice. What does that mean? We don't understand. We can't unravel that. But part of the output, then say 73% of the total arrears were in about 248 million new loans, where if you check the old loans, now 248 billion old loans for 2024, 9 we owe to external entity them. External for now we also exempted entities. Then company that will give exempted tax them. Like for example, then they come for investors alone. You don't for pay tax in this regard or XYZ number of taxes. It's in about 73%. So which we lost more or less for 2024 or 2024 last year. They say now 248 million new loans. And this amount then say suppose for them go to school fee subsidies. We are a teacher then this year, so earlier this week, they say the first term of this 2025, for example, saying our government not give subsidy yet. And remember the up and down with them before school open. School not open the first week as a result of school fees subsidies where the government be still owe. And they also say that they before don't go to then universities and other tertiary institutions, vocational institutions, hospital and ambulance service. And because ambulance service is one scarce resource right now in some parts of the country. Procurement of them free healthcare, medicine them, and some reproductive health. Mommy and picking health in the country. So now that didn't say. They also say 3.5 billion revenue now we lost inside 2023 due to this same exemption. The industry sector, they say they contribute to domestic revenue 12.81%, whereas the revenue where we lost or where we lost at 35%. For more on this, let me now talk to Abubakar Tarawali, the Programs and Policy Officer at Budget Advocacy Network, BAN. Abubakar, thank you very much for joining me this morning, sir.
Thank you, Salia, for inviting me.
In a short while, we'd expect Honorable Mustafa Selu, the Chairman, Committee on Finance and Parliament, we will come talk to you because largely the accusation now they on them aid as lawmakers. A number of people don't agree, say, if you want to fix a country, particularly Salon, at the parliament, now you for fix. So if the parliament's not fixed, the parliament's not correct, then the country not the correct. And say if they aid the money you want nobody to suffer. So you need to even think straight. So parliaments are the aid more or less way for fix the problems of this country. So we can talk to, hopefully, Honorable Mustafa Selu. We will join me shortly later. But let's listen first to Abubakar Tarawali from BAN. And then put out this report where they say we lost twice. What do I mean, first of all, by Salon they lost twice?
So, like where the country being come out of the war, so then Tijan Kaba thinks say for open up the space for let investors and car inside. So you know, when they say then they brand the country, then they market them so that investors then go see her as a destination for can do business. So along that line, you look at the comparative advantage, which you get as a country for make it diverts the traffic to that country, the investors that they come. So that was the move where Tijan Kaba say, okay, because we get the diamond, well, let's say blood diamonds. The way we go able for attract investment or for give tax incentives. And this be the go for targets companies or investments that will be done already there, like there's hotels and other people, there are potential investors who can come in. So everybody knows this along minerals. So now one area where they can come mining. But then you get other industry areas where for grow like manufacturing, you understand? Of course, a lot of things they happen. So then we decide for say the tax incentive go be a stimulating factor, something we go encourage investment for come. So this is now one form of tax expenditure where if you can't set up a business as alone, it's possible to say the formative years you struggle for make and break profits. So now the government they say the tax way for pay me as a result of you existing as a business, would they waive them for you if you ready for invest one for train with aluminum brother and sister?
With the pull and come out.
Yes.
With the pull and totally.
Or you also contribute to the well-body care system in the country or the book learning. So you get a lot of things that way a company can do. And Mike, you say even the NGOs, they have been get this tax waiver policy. If you are a not-for-profit organization where you investment of help the poor and the needy, and of course they add to each communities. Some things and they within the import cannas alone, when not for that use they, and they say let them not waive, let them not pay tax based on the humanitarian service. So Salone also gets bilateral arrangements with other countries, them. The Geneva Convention, the exemption to certain category of, humanitarian support groups. But waiting that they don't help for do. We will say tax exemption are a very bad concept because if investment boom in the country, one, it will inject a lot of resources in the economy, and it will also improve the unemployment, it will reduce the unemployment rate, it will also make a lot of citizens skilled. So even if that investment they don't like where Africa mineral country, they would that be crane operator, would that be driver, or that. If the company phase out, that expertise they will get, you can also use them for apply to any other company we come where you go also earn a living. So we discover say, whilst government they give them this exemption for let them grow, after some years where they don't start now, they can pay back the tax and the country go benefit. They're not exempt for pay other category of tax system. So the law section 97 of the section of the Salone Constitution give the mandate for any company where they invest in Salone file for the taxes. It not mean so they exempt for file. So specifically for the study where we launched yesterday, we look at statutory taxes when at the obligation of an investment company for file for, and we look at the revenue loss in terms of what them is supposed to pay when the obligatory tax apart from the exemption. So where they show the figures them just on the screen.
For example, it says 73% of the area when are 248 billion bullions.
Then for just 2014.
Now we lost as a country.
Now we lost. So this targets three major.
Now we lost to exemption.
Yes,
of taxes.
like where you say, "No, give me this money," so that you go use them for develop your investments.
Say for example, a mining company, if you have to pay tax, not pay this amount of money, use them invest by business and make profits.
Create employment for Sierra Leoneans.
Maybe that profit still will come back to Sierra Leoneans.
Yeah, it will come back. No, well, not to maybe because the exemption, they call it tax incentive. Not to say then waive them. But then they give you chance for let you grow as an investment or as a business, much that you can now pay larger tax when you don't establish finally. Imagine if you get an economic zone where they produce different line of products them. The one and they come at the market as commodity in the supply. So each one where they come, you pay GST, for example. Corporate income tax, you understand? So we look at three different types then the goods and services tax, the corporate income tax, and the pay as you earn, PAYE. So imagine if this company gets 1,000 workers and they all pay PAYE. Then that money they come direct to the government as tax contribution from the employment of Sierra Leoneans. You don't see? And again, because the investment institution or companies them fail for pay that amount there, so you see the human face where the report considers that amount there, when we look at waiting the government can budget for education, waiting can budget for the health system and every other aspect, it be for do pass then kind and service the day and in the left. Because every now and then when you open, you ask Sierra Leoneans them, what do they need as a social amenity? Then go most complain say they want improved healthcare system. You know, go imagine as a citizen, if you sick, you go now hospital, your country not going to offer you that service for rescue life or for at least you able afford for pay. Yeah, then
basic
basic
necessities of life.
Or even life-saving equipment, like Rebel woman, they go for go born. For let you go meet up 21st century, for let woman die because you go born. Then they all very downgrading. So when you look at say, now like where you know papa na us, the only chop money we get for let them cook like picking and eat, you give other person. Say well you go use this money, the way to happen now, your family starve. So at the end of the day, instead
especially somebody where you think say or no say gets past you.
You get past you or you get the potential for able to get past you, then at the end of the day, when you don't give now, you left suffer. But you actually need that resources there, first of all, for feeding family or any other thing. But they hope that this man will get these resources. Tomorrow I go able to do for me waiting past this amount of resources. So now, instead of you use them, you deprive yourself, at the end of the day, your family suffer, then what you expect in the end, it not happen. So now that kind of thing, the way the report the tribe was saying, eating twice or losing twice. That question they will think about them. Because if the investment company, they get tax incentive, then end up for build Sierra Leoneans and capacity in terms of skill sets, then also increase the number of people they way for employ, so that they will be gainfully employed as citizens, like how they happen in other countries like Ghana, Senegal and other places. So now, expectation is cut short. And the company still they benefit from waiver. That tax away them if I don't give you, so that we go use them for we national development and provide services to citizens. We don't exempt them. Now the company they become powerful. If they get the profits from investment venture, at the same time, they give the taxes, so if I give to the states, and say the states they use that resources there for ensure development.
Because bulk of the resources where the country, the bulk of the money where the country for use for spend per national development, they come up from tax.
Yeah, they come up from tax. Even though they also get from non-tax and donor support. But then the country, when they do their budget, they heavily rely on the domestic revenue.
So eating twice or losing twice. When I say till date, aside 2023 and 2024, who don't cite just now, how much in total are we saying Salone don't loss in summary out of this tax exemption? Because I remember this issue of tax exemption became paramount, especially during the Ernest Bai Koroma era, where the likes of African Minerals been come, we then give them how many years agreements, we then sign how many years agreement, and then begin give tax waivers as a result. So, in summary, from an estimation and calculation, how much una go say?
Well, because of the scope of the study, we look at them from 2023 to 2025. So when you look at that period, because you get historical data from 2013.
Okay.
But that's a lot. So we go able for handle when we want for CC, we want for present something we very practical, and even as conservative as the data is, you can tell that Sierra Leone they lost hugely instead of benefit. And the reason why we choose for look at the industry sector, because when we base the GDP, the industry sector become the largest, contributing
revenue. What is the industry sector, you mean?
Where the industry sector comprise now mining, electricity, manufacturing, quarrying, all that sector, then they will be the standalone. Agriculture, na be the highest contributing component na the domestic revenue. Yes, the growth in terms of the economic growth of the country. So now, whether we base the GDP, the industry sector now come as a very large player where they contribute to the economy. So, but if this is the large component, and then when they get, you see waiting, the figure say 12.8, and then 35% would they lost them as foregone revenue or to exemptions. So it tells you that I need to go catch crab for eat am, then the crab end up for eat me. You understand? So we dey look at and say 2023 to 2025, Salone in total done loss from 177 million to 3.5 billion. Whether they see the gap, say, a very huge. A very huge because imagine if 3.5 billion is injected to the national budget with the debt servicing we will get, the financing gap within the budget, and basic amenities where citizens are not able to forget. We do clean, you see people that is trained for transport. And this now one core amenity which government supposed to able to provide for a citizen.
The government almost always is toxic, they're not a businessman. And
it is lacking. Then you see say, so much funds seated within investment companies, and it's just a piecemeal, not to the entire industry itself. Not just the selected few, we look at the report, now we're able to capture under this scope. It tells you that there is much more than meets the eye. Imagine from 177 million 2023 to 3.5 billion. Now, huge money down there. If you break and count down in terms of waiting go to social welfare, waiting go to gender, waiting go to Ministry of Health, they cover a lot of space when you look at, the deficits in the budget.
Also, this problem they come out?
So the problem they come out from one, whether they grant the waiver. According to the Constitution, section and the way talks a Parliament that they suppose for grant waiver. There were some arrangements by which the Minister of Finance end up now forbid the authority with the grant waiver. Well, previously, I know say the Deputy Minister too was directly in charge of the waivers, because the Minister of Finance is the supervisory ministry to the National Revenue Authority. So when it comes to revenue mobilization, even when they develop the Finance Act, they get a tax and revenue department at the Ministry of Finance where they collect what we call the economic outlook and get macro fiscal data. We go tell you the potential of domestic revenue. We likely Salone go able to get for the year based on the different economic outlooks, IMF data, you understand, statistics, Sierra Leone data, and look at the revenue potential. That if they explore various aspects of their revenue sources, then they go able to improve the domestic revenue. So based on that estimation, they can give target to NIA. So outside the catch,
and then with subsequent approval by Parliament.
By Parliament. So now the outside the catch then are that Boku investors when they come, then they won't go Parliament, because anything we concern, you get two things about Parliament. If they get agreement, Parliament or they review them. They can just pass them or they not pass them. You understand? So Parliament get the authority for pass or for grant waivers. But the question now is, if you don't understand within you they pass, so it's possible to say you go to grant this waiver without knowing the implication in terms of the domestic revenue loss, where people they talk about like leakages. Yeah, that means they create a room for more leakages. Backed by the fact that we're also bounded by the Geneva Convention and other international treaties them, we grant tax incentive clauses to certain UK companies or other investors coming from those areas where they exempt tax. We mean say in essence, the NIA at the end of the day, then they constrain for meeting targets, because that target is the realistic sure ball where government they have for plan, then they anchor the development program. All the ceilings within they give to ministries, departments and agency is subject to when the revenue is available. And this revenue, it come from the tax and the non-tax way the NIA demobilize, and through other ministries, departments, and agencies, we are revenue generating entities. So at the end of the day, if we not in terms of either forget the authority for grant tax waivers, either by virtue of the fact that the Minister of Finance is a supervisory ministry where they provide that oversight, and the NRA will then get the mandate for collect the taxes by law. So now there the problem starts. The problem is if Parliament not well informed, and from the presentation yesterday, you get a lot of confusion by committee chairs.
We can listen to the MPs.
Yes, member of Parliament. When they try for tell you say they need a lot of eye opening when it comes to issue of tax incentives, so that when they understand, they go able to exercise the oversight function properly, and then go able to do due diligence whenever such arrangement commits them as members of Parliament for let them do the needful.
We actually need such incentives, because now it's like we're obviously the loss as a country. Because imagine we collect 3.5 billion
millions
for 2025. 248 million.
2024
millions inside 2024. Imagine how far that amount say for don't take this country. And now we talk about, like I mentioned earlier, Tina did not pay school fees subsidies yet. SLTUB did announce on Monday. They say they did not pay school fees subsidy yet for first time. And now they see appalling state of results. Teaching and learning materials for 3 years. They say the school did not get them yet. We actually need such incentives for giveaway. Other countries, they need to use that one day. For example, you go Guinea. You can invest, you want to let, that's up to you.
So the question we ask is a tricky one, but I will put them in perspectives. One, as in August this year, there was this the West Africa, let's say the African continent, been sit down and they think about these tax exemptions. So they hosted a conference in Freetown where the Ministry of Finance and NRA had them the day before for look at these incentives, whether or not it's really necessary for them with the issue. There was data we talk say 66% of the investor the way they can as a loan. They know they can because of the tax incentives. Then they can because of the potential where the country gets in terms of the area, the interested area of investment.
And we they rush go give them tax.
Fine. So in other words, we actually give them things where they don't need. Whether or not we they give waiver or not, they before still come to Sierra Leone anyways. So that means that puts the question of whether or not we need for do tax incentive at this point in time or not. Because I remember very well the government, this current government, when they come, there was a geospatial survey.
Geophysical survey.
A geophysical survey.
For the mining sector.
Say therefore get now the direct line of sight of if you can now, you want bauxite, the government for day in a position will say this is not the spot for bauxite.
You go pay for it.
You go pay, then you begin for mine, you pay the correct taxes. Rather than you go do 6 months exploration, sometimes and then you don't see it, then they see, then they report to government and go back, ask for extension, another 6 months ago. By the time you know it, you don't go 1 year, you they explore. Some of them along the line they discover even minerals which alone no but. You understand? And you they explore the dirty, you know they left fire, you they ship and carry and go. You don't know how many millions they go they make out of that dirty. Because in the first place, we know so now if you dig here, you they get cobalt in, for example. You they get zircon. So why if I go do this kind of experiment again? Take dirty car and go. Some of them where they don't get enough, then they come, they say they're not interested again. Because they don't already get enough than they can give. So that's now one thing. Yeah. So again, the investment are for some companies them like they really, you know, for start a business, sometimes it's capital intensive. Some of them need for go take loan at some banks, get some what you call guarantees, securities, you understand, take this loan for car invest.
Like banking system.
Yes, so if the government make them easy for them in the formative years, say, okay, we don't say for pay, but because of the area of investment, we go likely touch the lives of citizens in this country, we then go benefit. As a result of the investment, you qualify for the waiver. You get the, of course, the box away for tick before you actually qualify. So now, when they grant you this, so that they give you relief, because some loan and the way take, I get maturity period. So the time where that loan they go down mature, where the company, the investment company, they are obligated for payback, offset the loan, and for meets and compliance to taxes, they go down mature enough for able for pay with tax. At the same time, for offset and commitments, of which some of the agreement and the government can also did it as sovereign guarantee, because in the kind invest in the country, you understand? So the arrangement also puts the issue of exemption in a very crucial point. It's both necessary, but at the same time, now with the data that we don't publish, it is proving to be suicidal.
Okay. When you say suicidal, now, one of the people you mentioned earlier say responsible for these tax waivers and tax incentives, now MPs, the House of Lawmakers, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so this now waiting the lawmaker and SSF feel about these tax waivers or tax incentives where we give out as a country to investors or investment companies or people really can do business into the country or can put the money into the country. The MPs themselves not glad with the situation. Some of them, in fact, ask for an introspection of their own very activities as lawmakers, where they provide oversight as well on activities of the state over ministries, departments, and agencies. Here is some of their reactions.
Certain agreements we passed, they've never been implemented in Sierra Leone. And there is a pattern in which we have people running to parliament to bring agreements, then they go to find financiers for those agreements. And when you read presidential speech after presidential speech, you see where the president will tell you, for example, this road will be constructed based on the agreement that was passed. For me, one of my suggestions would be, it's not just having them in the budget, but also, before we pass agreements, we must agree that certain amount of the implementation fund should be in country. Because if you're going to tell us you have an $8 million project, you understand, on roads, let's have $4 million in the country before we bring it to parliament. Because the agreement will have come through the Attorney General's office, cabinet will have agreed, so it is only coming to parliament for ratification. And the process is 2/3 to nullify it. So most times, because it comes from their executive arm, it is difficult to nullify. So we must also ensure, as members of parliament, we have to say, okay, before it comes to parliament, this project, it costs $100 million, on account of $50 million was inside the country. Let it be. But we see we pass agreements, then somebody will hold that agreement now and go to the international. I have an agreement to electrify this community. These are the potentials. These are the potentials. They are making us off. And by the time we pass the agreement starts from that moment. They are being given waivers, exceptions. So what they will do is they use their own institutions to give exemptions to other business people. Somebody asked me the other day, he said, do you know why the stadium project is still hanging? He said they bring in items, slippers under the stadium project. They bring in junks under the stadium project. So you ask yourself, some of these, yes, some of these tax waivers we give to, why not take away the concept of waiver, and we calculate it in the cost and find a way to replenish them back for their losses when they bring in items. But the moment you give them tax waiver, it's an open secret that they sell it to business people.
Most of our people shout that, things are expensive in this country. It's because of the taxation that things are expensive. Because some are exempted, but they are still selling things expensive to our people.
Truly, we definitely have been reneging on one of our responsibilities oversight. We have to look inwardly, introspectively, and agree to ourselves that we have not been taking oversight seriously.
Sure.
From leadership right now, I will not leave out anyone. Our oversight work has been as tokenistic as it can be. We are here to do the people's job, but we're failing in that direction. I definitely think, and we can agree, that tax exemption, tax waiver is another form of subsidization. And often in time, these are very tricky and difficult concepts, where you see the hand of corruption coming in heavily. I was wondering whether you've had such a discussion with, like what somebody said there, the Ministry of Finance, with entities like the Anti-Corruption Commission. They are very, very essential and important in this matter. Yes, I heard people talk about policy. We make the laws there, and there are a plethora of policies. We can continue to design laws here, pass laws, and effectuate policies from them. But if the other, attendant factors are not properly looked into, then those laws and policies can be as useless as anything. So it is something we have to take. We take note of our own lackadaisicity as an arm of government.
I mean, most times we go out there for oversight to institutions, and it will interest you to know that some of those institutions are very powerful because of the people that are right behind them. Whenever you press them so hard, to present certain information, they will call numbers. And when you call those people will in turn call your leader or call the leadership of parliament, and they will stop you right there.
The problem in fixing this nation is parliament. We can never get things right if parliament is not upright in its functions. We have oversight committees because it boils down to effective and efficient oversight functions. But we have oversight committees. We have chairpersons, deputy chairpersons, and members of these committees. When you go on oversight functions, sometimes when you want to ask critical questions around some of those issues, they will tell you that you will not get enough time, or they can't go. So it dies down right from there. You have committee on mines. We have companies, multinational companies, that are being given tax exemptions. Whenever has the committee chairperson and the members of that committee in the oversight functions gone to the extent of questioning some of the multinational companies that are being granted tax waivers or tax exemptions on how they have utilized those tax exemptions to track their tax exemption usages? No, we have never had a report on those issues. Well, we saw the performance of the chairperson, the deputy Speaker of Parliament, when he took over the Committee of Public Accounts, and when he exercised the willingness to do the job efficiently, we saw what happened. He was able to recoup hundreds of millions of loans onto the states. So we have been privileged to attend discussions on issues of this nature severally, forest of times. But what we say here and what we do when it comes to us performing our jobs judiciously is quite a different thing. So we have to get it right as Parliament. The leadership has to do something.
Mustapha Sello, Chairman, Committee on Finance and Parliament. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
What you confidence here and not to lie also? At the honest reality, also, sir.
Oh, well.
Parliament is not a problem. When I get weak oversight to environment, don't neglect or we neglect on our responsibilities. For all this lawsuit, look at this 3.5 billion revenue lost inside 2023, for example, and 248 million euros 2024. How much do we take them to spend about 30 nuggets to be subsidies for first time? 3 years now, teachers say teaching and learning materials, not in school.
No, well, yesterday you were at the Axis Bank because these now data them we in the presentation they now be able outline to we in research you get what you call research methodology, you get what you call the scope, you get what you call the target audience, you get what you call the means of verification. All of those facts not be come out clearly. So for me, I be asked because we need to verify those data. Yeah, when you verify them, it give you a. But yesterday, they caught NRA when I one of the source of information. So and NRA, disgracefully, they can't tell we see with a loss, we don't lost 248 million in 2024 owned by exempt entities. Well, it's not the tax exemptions they talk about. It's a failing to file. These entities not file them proper books for let them pay taxes to government because tax exemption not with you for let you know file you keep your financial records for pay the remaining taxes. And the 2024-25 Finance Act will give powers to the NRA for enforce and for bring to book defaulters. For large scale, for large taxpayers, I think is up to 500,000 million oleons. For medium, I think it's 250. I can remember offhand now. So we put all the safeguards in. So for let NRA say, oh, we're not able to handle this. This will now with the loss of this. We will not get it. We get the powers. For me, yesterday, we get all man. We get our own limit. We powers now for make the laws as Section 105 of the Constitution. Now give Parliament as the legitimate body for make laws. And we don't make the laws in there. We are not in place to implement the laws. Yeah, we provide oversight. We provide oversight, and NRA also has responsibility for provide oversight over the entities they already manage. And Minister of Finance get oversight on level.
That also includes for demand individuals and institutions where they go against waiting when they don't pass.
Yeah,
waiting supposed to be their responsibility.
We will come to all of the discussion that is in the. Let's talk first about the one that we feel for file. Okay. Failing to file, it's a whole crime on its own, as per law in the Finance Act. We NRA get rights for even close the businesses, for fine them, and for pay again.
But we don't see NRA even close businesses. In fact, quite recently, it even turned some jokes on social media. We said they will close Edsa office. Edsa said put light off by NRA. Do me and do you. You know that's
no.
Businesses are reported, for example, for years now. I don't report to say NRA they go shop to shop, office to office, they go close them business they were not filing in tax or they evade tax.
Well, that is very good. That's a very good move because they get the powers, they get the legitimate power as per law. So for the business people that owe with that kind of money because they not file, filing compliance critically low as one of the problems. You see, so it creates a lot of doubt. But like we said during the engagement, this particular research and the reports don't give you an insight for able for do a lot of works. But again, on the tax waivers, you know, when agreements come at Parliament, now they pass them agreement in day. And in most of the agreement in day, government in the wisdom, they give tax incentive to beginners. Because when a business they start at the initial stage, okay, say for example, if you come for do agriculture, you get for employ people, you get for car with equipment there for enhance your operations. So government can say we are giving you tax waivers on machineries, on the XYZ for so number of years. That is a way of one way of motivating investors for direct foreign investment. Yeah. So that also they contribute to the economy.
Okay. So right now, as we talk to you, in that area of machinery, for example, there is tax waiver on agricultural machinery, correct?
Yes.
But how many years of feed salon? 2 years, what is it?
2 years, yeah.
2 years. Did you see the products, for example, at the market? If they're in at the market, how cheap or expensive are they from which you don't see so far?
No.
You don't give tax waivers, but yet the cost of the very things we don't give tax waiver to, for example, agricultural machines. The cost of items is expensive, locally produced. So that's more or less the stuff, if I'm correct. That's what they are saying here. So when they give tax waivers to people, and one of you calling them, the lady, Honorable mentioned that, say when they give tax incentives to people, what did they produce? They can milk the Sierra Leoneans as well.
The issue of tax waivers for feed salon, for example, feed salon, now a whole program on its own, not even a project.
It's 5% tax on imported food items. So they say for take that money.
Yeah, no, just allow me. I know exactly what you talk because I don't do Parliament. This is my second term, and when it comes to financial matters in the Parliament, I think say on the bench of the part of the government's bench, you cannot talk to 2 or 3 MPs without mentioning my name. Yeah, when it comes to issue of finance and economical activities in the Parliament, so I know a lot of things that we go on in that industry there. Waiting, we talk about tax waiver. The feed salon, now a whole program, we get projected under and the components. Yeah, we don't begin see results. For example, WFP, 70 to 80% of the school feeding program foods already be imports. Now they buy now homegrown now. They buy. We get master farmers where they produce rice, where they buy from these farmers. So the issue of price for locally produced foods, I know they talk much about that. Probably the imported people and they don't give tax exemptions. Yes, we they still sell materials and like for example cement. At one time we raised Dandy. If we give tax exemption, now for cushioning the effects of the costs for let the average Sierra Leonean we will get some at affordable cost.
How much you buy one cement
No, it's less than that. 200 leons. I just buy cement this morning. When I'm in village, I just send money this morning. My village from Moyamba to Sembron is about 18 miles. I bought a bag of cement today at 200,000. 200 leons. So here a day below than it go there 150, 160 depending on the type we want, imported and local. So it depends. But what they try for establish here is the tax waiver we get for Ministry of Finance also get for no. I want for the Education of the Republic. Let me just take you to the part 6 of the National Constitution. Part 6 talk about finances. Section 110. The side note they talk about authorization for exemption of taxations. Side notes. Yeah. No taxation shall be imposed or altered otherwise done by or under the authority of an act of Parliament. 110 subsection 2. Where an act enacted pursuant to subsection 1 covers a power on any person or authority to waive or vary a tax otherwise than by reduction imposed by the act, the exercise of the power of waiver or variation in favor of any person or authority shall be subject to the prior approval of Parliament by resolution passed in that behalf. Tax exemptions them.
And I think say na Parliament don't do justice to the people of Sierra Leone and the country.
At the camp, I need to find out that. I understand say entities and they will get tax exemptions when like buy just paper. They just people they just write the sign they give them. They don't give them tax. They don't get tax waivers. And as per this law, that's the ground norm. This was written when I was much younger. I was in primary school. I think I be a class 2 or 3. We're not be get better sense. Yeah, 1921 Constitution. So these are the ground norm. It don't talk and clearly say no tax exemption, tax waiver, not for be given to any person, any entity.
Where Unana Parliament not agree.
We will, and I dey understand, but I need to find out that. See, there are some key officials, either NRA or Minister of Finance, where they give tax waivers, whether they ask for track. Because if we want to track tax waivers now, we'll go to all the agreement passed and we'll look at the section that talks about tax waivers. But if somebody is issuing a tax waiver on paper, like the research be covered that as well, whether they go through Parliament, then it's a very big issue.
So that means that is where now the issue of negligence in our oversight coming. And then it's like government institutions or staff them, personnel them, not the work in synergy. All people want to do things on your own way, it's not supposed to be so. For example, NRA, they under Ministry of Finance and Supervision, not so. And Ministry of Finance, they under oversight, correct?
Correct. The word negligent.
So where Ministry of Finance personnel and the give tax waiver or NRA or wherever, they are not aware. So the question, they begin wonder, then what's on that?
No, now the research come up with that. So for me,
so not be no say that's what happen.
For me, because it should not happen by law. Anybody do an offense. Yes, anything where you do contrary to the law of this country, the Constitution, na offense where they take you to jail.
So what about the big one they wanna don't get tax waivers or incentives? But they're not on barefoot, but when they continue for renew then incentive and tax waiver then they. Not for everybody want them for so no well.
In my capacity, sitting here right now as a member of Parliament and a senior member of the Finance Committee in Parliament.
And Deputy Chair?
Yes, I have not. That's why I'm a senior member of that committee. This is my 7th year in Parliament. I have not, let me repeat, notice that we don't come with the renewed tax waivers, but seldomly. We did it for Sarah Ruta, for example. Yeah, tax adjustments. It was not a waiver, in fact. It was an adjustment. For example, for the exports of bulk products, the percentage we reduce them to because by then there be a struggle, and we let us not forget, see, we are caught in between. We therefore ensure, see, we protect the investor and protect the Sierra Leoneans that we get job directly from the company. So what we did, for let we able for cushion some areas and for them, we reduce some taxes for them, for able for survive for that period of time until they get the new partners in.
So, yeah, from back earlier before they come and say most of the investors they not to more or less the incentive than they can for or the waiver they want. Because then get what they're already attracted to. The minerals, for example, and then they come for. So whether you get an incentive or not, then need the minerals. So the job then therefore provide them. Hence, on our role as regulators of every ministry, departments, and agencies, oversight.
Oversight, now one of the key functions.
And here you don't mention, for example, CI Hotel, they don't be necessarily need for reduce the percentage for bulk export or whatever. When I just left when I write that reason, that don't mean say then they pack and go. Other investment they come, how many hands don't pass in CI Hotel? How many shareholders they don't transfer?
No, well, that they talk as a journalist, but if we be see them at that time, CI Hotel close, the
other investor for don't come back here. You can buy Sierra.
Yeah. Well, it will not have happened like you are saying now.
It not be for don't be automatic.
Yeah, it not be automatic. Yeah, but if don't be, they're waiting for that happen now. If we don't get a big shutdown, we would for don't workers if we don't get over 3,000 Sierra Leoneans go out of job
temporarily, not permanently.
Yeah, temporarily. Then those same people and the journalists here and other social media bloggers for don't say this government not serious, not able to tackle simple thing for the adjust. But it was better we do on that 10 day, and now we see the company still they survive, and we don't get new people who don't come on board. And now, let me shock you. Now the Sierra Leone company is 100% owned by Sierra Leoneans.
Yes, that's true. And that exactly make a talk say. So whether, for example, this batch of shareholders and Sierra Leone decide for sell or pack and go, other people they come buy Sierra Leone and the company they continue to exist because waiting the ones still ready.
Yes, they for don't pack and go, but it was a critical situation. The issue of Sierra Leone was a critical situation. The Sierra Leone now what they call Area 1. They don't mind it for like 50, 60 years. So saturation don't take place. Now the minerals not they so easily again for mine. That they go the production cost so high because they go so far. The new Sierra they go when at area 5, when at Sembel, when at me come out actually the area 5. Yeah. Now with the one can the partner away for the investors away for them come, they will just one can directly to that area 5D. So if by then na area 1 they mine. So we not get potential people, investors that we for come for get interest in area 1. And you not go left area 1 unattended. You get for do rehabilitation. You get for do a lot of dam closures. You get a lot of work for do there before you go come over to this area 5 at the new place. So those issues we are discussed at cabinet level, Minister of Finance, Minister of Mines. So those decisions we took would come in the interest of the nation, and we see how from then for that until now.
And to the company now, it's like say that they do favor to Sierra Leone and to Sierra Leoneans by giving them that kind of incentive and waiver than they.
No, they were not doing us favor because.
No, I talk not generally. I need to talk about Wutal, Sierra Wutal alone.
No, general, and the one thing some statutory payments. We know they touch them. We can't waiver. I think this issue of waiver thing, we get for open the discussion a bit and get a frank discussion around this. We as Parliament, we don't see the report, and we follow this report. This report, like yesterday, the recommendation, they go for share with leadership as well. Then we go for call, maybe ban for call and engagements, the Ministry of Finance, the NRA, the Finance Committee, the PAC, the leadership, they will all sit down together and see how we go. Because you know, we create massive 50 fata. You know, we just give waiver 50 fata. And moreover, we know they go through Parliament because that's tell well. Because
we already passed through Parliament, and 9 people even say even reasonable. I remember this African Minerals, for example. Not to be on a term, 7 years you don't take a Parliament. Yeah. They say African Minerals, they own, for example.
That was 4th Parliament.
Yes.
4th Parliament.
Yes. Yeah. That one day, for example. I'm not talking about the other one there. So that's the one that they pass through Parliament. So I agree, I approve. Like plenty of other agreements as well. And you hear from some of your colleagues them say that they come, they not even get the money. So then just need that approval, that agreement say, and then they use that for go drag. So that they use now, they babu na aid there. And they use now for go take banga pull on a fire.
No, well, I not go subscribe to that because me now a professional and I get a research background. So me discussion they surround evidence based, and they talk about something we not get evidence. So for say investors they come, they not get nothing, where they don't come.
That's what some of them say. You call it.
Well, now they get right to the opinion. You say get right to your opinion. Me they just say me own background. I know they make statements we're not verifiable. That's what me say. This is my own personal opinion.
Okay.
Me I not say possibly not they talk to you on waiting, but me own background. I don't make sweeping statement that.
So when I not pass any agreements in the Parliament with the investor or the people that want to pass the agreements with or for, they not get the required resources. in that regard where they mentioned?
No, not to my knowledge, because the Minister of Finance gets responsibility, Bank of Sierra Leone, for check all of those facts before they take on a parliament. So, for example, you must get, for licensing a large scale, for example, you are going to pay nearly $1 million. So you have to cross all those stages. So any company we don't can pay $1 million for just register, not to begin business dandy. So you not go see you not get money in actual fact. You not get money for handle everything, every aspect of the operations, but you get because for the fact means a large scale company they can pay a $1 million or more as annual license fees. But not to pick money dandy. So when there's some business and the whole capital dandy.
Okay.
So for me, like I say, I need to verify those facts. Okay. I cannot sit here and make comment that someone will ask me to verify. I cannot verify. So that is my own point, and I'm a professional. So I speak within the context of professionalism and with some evidence and facts.
Okay, yeah. 072-500-442, the number you will call me if you want to join this conversation around the amount of money they lost according to BAN, the research and study. So they lost huge amount of money in terms of money they would give as incentive or waivers. But meanwhile, Abubakar, you hear from Honorable and you hear from them MP then they waiting they went to 2 and waiting they went at 2. Waiting they were supposed to do right now from waiting to happen already.
So I want to come from the Honorable in point where he said raised yesterday around the research methodology, the sources and means of verification. So first of all, we did talk about 2 reports now. Remember, the first one where we launched in March, inside Ministry of Finance, the conference room, have been tax exemptions in the Sierra Leone's industry sector. Who wins?
Who loses?
The scope now from 2018 to 2023. And that particular research then have been mixed method where we employ both qualitative and quantitative data. And I stand for ensure we bring out some reasons and explanation we attach to the data. Because the data by itself will just present the differentials, go able to explain them. Either the history, the reasons why some of them happen, why the data they speak in this way. Now, we do a mixed method. Because sometimes, if we just say we do a quantitative research, it will just limit it to facts and data. But when you get something where they explain the relationship, why this data, you're able to interrogate the data and see whether it is a policy gap, whether it is the oversight thing we're going to talk about. There is a certain reason. If you do data science, they tell you about the rationale, how the data they behave, they communicate in a certain style. So we believe in empirical evidence. So the research is very much empirical rather than, anecdotal to some extent with the qualitative aspects, because we also speak to expert interview, you understand? So it's very much important because, as you say, you get a research background, they don't run away with a report where sometimes you get factual errors or maybe data error. So the need for be certain, but the reason why.
So also cookery the data.
Yes, a high level presentation we do, but when you go through the report, because we share some of it, and then the Parliamentary Budget Office don't secure a copy, I believe then will be privileged for get both the first research we do. Based on that, the one we launch is a follow up. So the first report we will say the country they lost or the investor they win. A look at the industry sector entirely in contribution as the largest contributing player in the economy based on the base GDP. The second one now look at of the exempted entities, how much are they complying with statutory tax obligations and how much the state is losing. So when you put them two pictures there, they give a full view about tax incentive and who is benefiting and what the state is losing. You understand? So, and the data sources, the Ministry of Finance, on one side, because they get tax and revenue department, where they also get comprehensive data on tax waivers. And NRA is another data source, because SF, they get the filing tax, they get the duty waivers, because then they enforce, you understand? We also get secondary data sources, where we read international report, OECD, of course, World Bank reports and other things, where they put the research into context for tell you about the environment, the atmosphere. When we talk about research, when we talk about tax incentives, what is happening in other jurisdictions with tax incentive and waiting change.
Best practices.
And specifically within our own context, what are we gaining and what are we losing? So if we can learn from other countries, like the first research did, Singapore, Malaysia, Uganda, their country, then they all get tax incentives, but how they improve in terms of policy, in terms of the law, in terms of oversight, we bring benefit Canadian country. Can Sierra Leone learn from those countries, especially Philippines?
Hello?
You understand? So again, now...
Hold on, Abubakar, we'll get a caller quickly. Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning. Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
This is my concerned citizen.
Okay.
So to me, I think this implementation of this reducing or for police tax therefore be a disaster, because the one first way we dey pay tax dey in a normal basis. Things costs are high, things are not going the way it should go. Development politics not they go well na the country. Don this implementation of what the government they try to do so, then come implement them. It go bad. Things go in a very different way. So I believe I want to make the Syria government we want to implement this. Make them think about them again.
Okay.
I want them to think about them, because if them money company said that they come, don't they not pay tax at all, they not they do things they wouldn't for doing then corporate social responsibility. I don't think this is go the country any side, because the one way we all be no say government they generate revenue from the tax. Things are not going well. Cost of prices are increasing day by day. We can't hear this and not go fine. So I just want for me to put that in consideration.
Thank you. Yes, Abubakar.
Yeah, so I will talk about the research methodology. Yeah, so because of that, we get means of verifying the data, because they come from government sources, you understand? So I believe the right and correct thing with Parliament for doing are for summon the data sources. Ministry of Finance, Ministry of, NRA, of course, the other agencies.
Including World Bank and IMF.
Yes, World Bank, IMF. And the data there for World Bank and IMF, they're available on the internet, the reports, and the research also publish links of some of those reports for contextual, basis. So I believe, one thing we done the practice over time now for make sure, strictly we use government data for all the government accountable based on the available information that they provide. The reason for doing so is because governments not go lie by themselves. Okay? If NIA tell you saying that the filing data this, then get a database, then go must produce them, not so. And Parliament get the power for exert that authority. So I believe this puts, like the Honorable say, an eye-opener, an opportunity for them to get proper conversation around this subject matter, because the thing is...
Hold on, Abubakar, we got a caller on the line. Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Hello?
Yes. You name and say the call from, please. Good morning.
Yes, good morning. This is a very interesting conversation. I just want to add my voice into the conversation, yeah? So, In 2023, Parliament passed Tax and Duty Exemption Act. And this will create a legal framework for regulate how companies that they can in this country, then go take in exemption for them. But how effective this regulation be when it comes to taxes? And government, they lost a lot of money. Government, in 2018, first of all, government lost $177 million. 77 million loans. And 2023, it go close to 3.5 billion, roughly because they give exemption for taxes. And this they affect costly with GDP in this country. And now government gets over bloated wage bill. So let's just imagine if all these exemptions the way they give to these companies the way they come, with the expectation that these companies then go create employment, because that's why government they give exemption to them for create employment, but the employment itself is not feasible na the workforce.
Okay.
Of course, we don't see many companies then where they come, they underpay the workers then. Of course, we know the recent happenings in Nakono and all. So I think government therefore really work hard for tightening these exemptions that they give to the company, because the country they lost a lot of revenue.
Right. Okay.
So moving forward, like the guest we talk, Parliament gets a lot of things for do, and you get other, of course, NRA gets a lot for do for ensure say these loopholes they are able for cover them. Yeah, I think that will be my contribution. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Yes.
Yeah. So it's just a point of correction. The 177 million from 2018, 3.5 billion 2023. So in a space of 5 years, the tax exemption rise from 177 million to 3.5 billion from 2018 to 2023.
And that's huge.
So the follow-up we did yesterday is from
Sorry, Baka, we get another call on the line. Hello?
I call from, my name is Sean, I call from Bufield.
Yes, sir, go on.
Shalom, the one just say with the pay tax. Government is struggle for one country. Pay loan a counselor or pay teacher there. If I can put more burden on the government debt.
Oh, unfortunately, we lost her. If I understand her well, with the give the exemption they ask for, they end up go take loan. They end up go take loan where they add more burden to the.
So you don't see the analysis. The analogy you have been created. You get your small Lillian nothing, you give away. And now you need resources.
So pass you get for good length.
Yeah, because that space you get for film. There is a financing gap.
Honorable, and this is not the problem. This is not the situation. So we'll not get better. The small who for the collect, we let them out, and we end up the gold loan. They end up for gold length. And Salon gets huge debt burden right now, correct? At what tune, Bakari?
Not left that side.
We get Salon gets huge and debt burden.
Talk about the
and this go back to the issue of on our role as MPs. Then loan then they as well they go to Parliament. Now they approve them.
The issue we discuss now, like I say, we need to forget a frank and honest discussion.
A Parliament among ourselves?
As a nation.
Okay.
Because you see, when you look at the whole thing from one point, tax exemptions. Nobody no one for give tax exemption. No government want for give tax exemption to multi-million-dollar companies. But mind you, this mineral where we get, like a competitive world is now. Same mineral, they Liberia. Same mineral, they Guinea. Same mineral, they Ghana. Same mineral, they other African countries. So these investors.
Hold on, Honorable. We'll get a call on the line. Yes.
Hello?
Turn down the volume of your TV, please. Turn down the volume of your TV.
Hello?
Turn down the volume of your TV and go on with your points, please. Okay, we lost you. So when you call, just turn down the volume of your TV, and then you go ahead and make your point. It just sound like you dey talk, the food dey na your mouth, the food go come out. That's the kind of point. We dey get negative feedback now. So 072-500-442. They take 2 more calls, and then we close the call line before we then done with the guest them. Yes, Honorable.
Yes, it's a win-win situation. Yeah, the partner or the investors, because mind you.
But then Guinea, for example, labor to win a Guinea. They revoke, for example, a good number of mining licenses. Then.
You cannot compare the regime in Guinea to the regime in Sierra Leone.
Governments are government.
Yes.
Whether na combat or civilian, governments are government.
No. You have constitution, you have decree. These are two different separate operational forces.
But even under the decree in Guinea, you get investors the way still interested, but all the way they don't revoke their mining license.
I know everyone discuss about
Burkina Faso
about if I give data, facts and data about the Guinea economy right now, you not go look for let we left outside.
You mean Guinea economy bad pass alone right now?
No, let we left down the we go you get for
okay, Lord left Guinea.
You know journalists you get for C.
Okay, yes. Lord left Guinea.
Let we talk about Sierra Leone.
Guinea na military system. Lord go Ghana.
Let we talk about
Ghana when a civilian system. You see how the Ghanaian CD is arguably the best performing currency right now in Africa. You agree? Now, civilian government. Since John Mahama came.
Also the best performing.
Arguably the best performing currency. Arguably the best performing currency in Africa right
one
now.
of the best.
Okay, one of the best. Lord agree that with you. One of the best performing.
Egypt is the best. 3 riyal to $1 to $100.
Okay.
Ghana is 1,300 cedis to $100.
But you know, say President John Mahama, a civilian government. President John Mahama he reverse a number of things maybe they go
when you talk about financial or economic dealings, mind you, I'm on the ECOWAS global regional financial forum. Yeah. Also, the West Africa Monitoring Agency forum. At Didi, we get a lot of regional organizations that we come to finance and economy are a part of us. So I know a lot of the stuff that will happen. But let's come to this point. Yeah, government is giving tax exemptions to investors. Yeah, because in turn, let me tell you, what we should concentrate here on is the management and implementation of those tax incentives. Let's not frown at the tax incentives government gives to the people, to the part.
But how properly they for manager?
To the investors.
But how properly they for manager?
No, that's what I'm
talking about.
I talk about management, stroke implementation, and monitoring of the incentives or the tax exemption, or the waivers. But anyhow you look at them, any company in this country, it reduce the body of unemployment. True or false? Any investor we can in this country, it reduce the burden of unemployment. If you can't take 10 Sierra Leoneans yourself, it don't reduce the number, it don't reduce the percentage. If you can't take 100, if you can't take 1,000, if you can't take 2,000, so government do that day with something at the back of your mind. See, one, it come for provide jobs. Two, it gets some statutory payment they won't waive. For example, PAEs, NACIT contributions, and some other license fee. These are all incomes when they come for government. So the only exemptions we government can give normally for the equipment they come with and some other areas that are the initial. So let me tell you, say, we should not focus
on the management.
Where I say we, Sierra Leoneans, NRA, Ministry of Finance, Parliament, and even civil society and the journalists, we should now follow up on the management of the exemptions.
So what's una go do from this stage now? Now una say
from this stage, moving forward, with ensure say Parliament as an arm of government will ensure say we take some of these recommendations and put them into law. When I say law, for appear na the 2026 Finance Act. Once it happened at 2026, like for example,
and very soon they will take the process to now.
The budget go to Parliament mid of this month. By the grace of God, now Minister of Finance they get retreats for put the document together. The budget go to Parliament. If you look at one of the recommendations, if you go to the slide, one of the recommendations, we are see say.
Lack of transparency?
No, I'm not talking about problems, the recommendations.
Okay,
quickly. Talk about recommendations. See, Minister of Finance for give Parliament comprehensive data on all tax exemptions.
You mean Parliament, Ministry of Finance not on the draw?
No, not to my knowledge. Not to my knowledge.
They're not on the draw?
Not to my knowledge. I'm being careful with my words here.
Okay.
I am not saying Minister of Finance not they do them, but not to my knowledge.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Lord take some
So I need to be
guided
when I make statements.
Okay. Let's take some messages now with Facebook page. Emmanuel Bassi say registering a large-scale mining operation in Sierra Leone cost $1 million or 22 million unions. They say dear Slick, could you please ask the Honorable why it costs 22 million unions to register a company while the salaries in the company are very low? It's a very critical question. Emmanuel Bassi continues to say, Salon. Na country Salon politicians, Alfred Beer kind of say, busy they fool the population on social media. Honorable Member of Parliament, Deputy Chairman, Committee on Finance, Honorable Mustafa Selu. These are the messages and concerns by Sierra Leoneans. Quickly, as we wrap up.
Yes, I expect...
How we get away from this problem now?
I respect the Sierra Leoneans and we send the message. And fortunately, I submit them personally. So that now a very good, that should say that they listen. And also, they are my constituents. Yeah. So that don't tell us they get a very good representation at Parliament. Yeah.
They get a very good
representation at Parliament.
Okay. But not to that we hear from our colleague.
No. The issue of the license fee and the salary. If we look at them, these are different areas. Yeah. The license fee is being determined by the Minister of Mines, NMA, approved by Parliament.
By statutory mandate?
Yes, license fee, yeah, as per law. The salary scale is being managed by the labor laws and as setting in our wage.
And then they back go to oversight because if not they provide oversight.
I want to tell you say between me and you, most of the mining companies that they pay staff them, not all cadres. There are some senior staff.
They pay staff them very well?
There are some senior staff in mining companies where they take away $2,000, $3,000 a month.
Sierra
Yes. Yes. I detect that they careful with us now. Anything I will verify.
Okay.
There are so many companies where they pay the staff them $3,000, $4,000. Local staff. In this country. Bank you do that research as well. I know I call names. There are staffs in this country. I'm not saying the salaries are 100% okay, because salary they do. But again, let's give praise where praise due. Yeah, let us not cry down every bit of thing. The government on their own, they try their own part, and we are citizens ready for push and ensure say the right thing is done, because it's about civic responsibility. So this country, we saw this one now. For let we move, two things. We either would reintroduce, tell President Bio Tenki for reintroducing the civic education, because civic education that gives person that responsibility, a sense of responsibility. Say this is a responsibility as a country, as a Sierra Leone, as a nation, for do XYZ. So it has been always what the government do for me, what the country do for me. What about you? So if we get that kind of thing, or we will move. But then the generation now don't miss them. So the other one we will do, we come with some harsh, very harsh reforms. We go make this country a move in the next 2 or 3 years. But those reforms are going to be very harsh. With Sierra Leoneans, I know say some of them will kick against that again. So this country, for let it go before, for let it better, now a collective responsibility.
And I will not for take the lead.
No, we all get responsibility for change the country. We all get responsibility.
Why Sierra Leoneans for feel say na parliament now they behave like them football coach there, where they sign contracts, they misbehave. Then sack them and pay them plenty money where they don't sack them. That rather than waiting inside the system, then they continue for face pressure and then they get the better money. Where they sack them and pay them off. Plenty money then go. Because I give you an example.
Yeah,
quite recently, Parliament's been passed a particular bill where they increase una pension to 55 million, correct? If you do 2 terms. 55.
Who's bill Landy?
Honorable Abbas Bundu.
Salia, no, say thing. You are.
This is the comparison with Sierra Leoneans they make now.
No, you are a very senior journalist. I have been in Parliament for 7 years.
So they're not.
No. Wait. I'm saying this. I'm on records. Go and check the hazard.
Okay.
Check the parliamentary records. For every bill don't go to Parliament, I know they absent at Parliament from where I begin from 5th Parliament to date. I know one day absent consecutively 5 sittings.
So MP then pension? No, wait. MP then pension not to 55?
No, I just say, can I make the basis? I don't ever absent 5 consecutive sittings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? And when it comes to agreements, based on the background, agreements and bills, I like the bill now till 12 o'clock a.m. I like now if we 10 left now, well, I go there among that day. Check the parliamentary records. There has been no bill. We don't go talk say MP pension will be 55 million. And let me tell you, when they do pension on salary, they put in absolute figures. So that at this point, and if with the policy misinformation where you get a totally untrue and baseless. Okay. Then they put in absolute figures. They put in percentage.
Okay.
Percentage is quite different from absolute figures.
Okay.
So let's understand this fact. So for say belong in a parliament, you don't see MPs the way they left parliament, they are given 55 million leons, 55,000
after 2 terms.
After 2 terms, it's not true. It will be less than or more than, but it's going to be percentage.
All right.
So let me qualify that.
So you take away from this report, you say when they go engage with Ministry of Finance, NRA, and the other authorities for make sure say everything that we get to do with exemptions and waivers pass through now and nothing else.
It's a collaborative effort. No one man can win this fight. We are going to do it as a unit. The Ministry of Finance, the NRA, the Parliament of Sierra Leone, and the civil society, and all of you.
So the assurance is moving forward, not what they are, but this thing of giving frivolous tax exemptions and incentives anymore.
Moving forward, if BAN do a research again for 2026, the issues we raised there are not going to be raised. They're not going to talk about management and implementation
as a problem.
They're not going to talk about policy gaps again as an issue. Probably they will just question increase or decrease in tax waivers.
Okay.
But the other areas which are manageable can be managed, and we're going to look into it.
Okay, we'll follow up on that by the next report we BAN they put out. But BAN, I don't get a task now. Quickly, as we wrap up in a few seconds.
Yeah.
What will be the takeaway?
So, as you say, people them, let them look at this tax incentive, like where somebody they go school, now investment. Some man can go school, from primary school, and they pay for them, secondary school, pay for them, take to university.
Mm-hmm.
We come out, so say you go get job, where you go able to pay back in family, help other people in a family. So, some man, then they pay for him, you go to university, you done, you able to get job for yourself, you know, you're creative, you know, get income.
Oh, you mean like that student loan scheme, for example?
So, no, at the time for talk about the example of how people they look at them, because from one caller we say this taxing. If I know you can listen na radio or TV, let us understand the conversation. We'll not be talk about tax. We talk about waiver, where government they try for give that for native years for let investment big in the country so that I go able to employ more citizens, create more opportunities, in terms of skills development or capacity. You understand? So I not want, at the end of the day, I get a negative feedback that we can't talk. Now, a TV program will say we condemn government because they give tax waivers. Now, tax waiver are a good practice across the world.
So what
you get problem at the point where the Honorable emphasize the management, the oversight, so that if we begin benefit or gain from exemption rather than losing. Because if you put your hand inside hole for catch the crab, if you not get her, let your hand not left inside the hole. Now parable I talk.
Okay.
So if we do investment, now the country would encourage investors, foreign direct investment, we want to improve the economy. Because the moment we economy improve through taxation, and even though some philosophers and believe say you cannot develop a nation through tax alone, and to some extent, right? Because we need to improve in other aspects. But taxes are all we have for now, what we rely on for national development. And the reason why this research timely and important are because government will look at how to expand the domestic revenue. And they talk about leakages, stopping leakages. So if we're able to stop that leakage and we transform it in a way where it go better with domestic revenue, it will tell well for all our citizens.
Okay.
Because that will mean that government will get more resources for implement the government development agenda, where it will be a nice thing. So as you listen, your responsibility as a citizen now, and I'm glad you say that Creole we talk about, no say, nearly every Sierra Leonean, they understand Creole. Because if they talk English or then terms already for that research, sometimes people not going to understand. While they look at them in a good faith, say, government they try, and we work as civil society now for complement government efforts. We are not opposition. We are not people when doom messengers. We they use their own data for tell them say, if there is a policy, somebody reference in 2023
say una correct the wrongs,
tax waiver,
una correct the gaps,
acts where they be supposed to get a regulation. But along the line, we don't detect say even the act itself need amendment for let it fit for purpose, especially to waiting government wants.
Right.
But the good thing is that now there is empirical evidence and there is a report where the Parliament, Minister of Finance, and I go leverage for ensure say whatever policy we then go design, it will be from an informed position.
Thank you very much, Abubakar Tarawali, in our programs and policy analysts in our Budget Advocacy Network, BAN. That then put out a report where say we have lost twice as a country to tax incentives, that is tax exemptions that is country. Thank you also to Honorable Mustafa Selu, Deputy Chairman, Committee on Finance, Parliament. Thank you for your time, sir. Thank you, Abubakar. And thank you to you also. We take time for follow the show, but we get so much more for you in store. Entertainment now. Logan at the corner outside the Hot and Drop with Dene Jasia tomorrow.
This is Slick TV Entertainment Corner, or you can call it the Happy Corner. My name is Dene Jasia tomorrow as the Hot and Drop. This week, Slick TV don't get over 50,000 followers on Facebook and counting. Una way they follow we will tell una plenty thank you for achieve this milestone, and also we chase 100,000 probably in 2 or 3 days. I left una effort, but thank you guys so much. And this na evidence say una really appreciate all what you do, all the juicy, the fine thing them with the couch on TV. Una really enjoy them, so stay glued, stay connected. Abadi on About by Rayboy Blue and Kovaya don't get over 50,000 plays on Audiomack. Yes, if not you, then who? Abadi on About. Congratulations to Rayboy Blue and Kovaya for having that much play on Audiomack. Warzone by Memish B featuring Kosi Baba, they right now on Audiomack for Steam. Not talk say because now YouTube you not get, or you not like YouTube, you not get for listening a particular song. Now most of the songs are going to Audiomack too. So if you want to go play the song, feel free to follow and add to the artist in playlist. Zua in song Grace don't hit over 10,000 plays on Audiomack. Today we enter inside the Audiomack family. Congratulations to you, Zua, on having over 10,000 plays on a recently released song Grace. Barrister Deji make a post on Twitter where he mentioned say he feel like Pella supposed to go to school based on the mistake them where they make on social media. The post read say Pella should go to school. Education will shape his life and destiny. He can still be doing all the TikTok and making money, but education will add real value to his life. Let me suggest that he considers a degree in law, but he must get a credit in literature in English first. Well, you know, say that's how social media is. The more you put your content out there, you pound to corrections if you want to listen, if you want to not listen. So probably if Pella do this, it go increase the engagement on social media, or maybe it no go do it. But whichever way, he has his followers already. Nothing no dey pressure me. Yes, this now one of the most played songs from last month to this month na Salonia by Famous Pressure, and we get exciting news for now. The song official video they load and it come out very soon, as Famous mentioned. Now make we switch over to the cry from Regina Daniels. We been witness this on social media where a video being pop out where it mentions say in Ned Woko's house, I am nothing, but in my house, I am a queen. Followed by a Twitter post where Ned make on Instagram where it talks say Regina they abuse drugs, and it don't say where it advise them about this, and it feel like say any for go back to rehab. But Regina and brother be also make a post on social media saying Regina not going to feed any blogger or any TV presenter or any TV station any information. Then he writes to the one for right. Now insist in peace of mind and happiness now matter, which means they not totally deny the claim, but they not accept them either. Well, recently inside this week, Regina and siblings then get arrested by Ned.
Regina will come out by Odogu. You are making it to feel like feel funky. When you're going for election, how much did Regina give to you?
50K.
How much did Regina give to you? $50,000.
$50,000.
That's not the contract that gave to you to support your election. Then the people are saying that she's is it choice?
Not
and the one that I supported you with. All my resources right inside your election. You are mad. Because people are saying that because of they're gold digger. What digger? Because I cover your shame. Go and see that worker students if they're looking like billionaire students. Have you not seen it? A crown. You wanted somebody with a high star so that they can boost your falling star. You wanted a high star to boost your falling star. I swallowed it, I kept quiet. I was covering you. Now in fact you have the same way you went up, you will come down.
And yo, stop saying I got married out of greed. Excuse me. No, we were not broke. Does that make sense? And secondly, how do you guys think, like what amount of money can a man give to a mother to get her child that is practically providing everything in the house? That is practically through this child, she trained all her children, like through this child, like what else? That child was our only source of livelihood. I was a blessing, a gift to my mom. God used me to settle.
Why exactly? We don't know. But another video they go around social media where Regina and Mama mentioned say during Ned Woko in campaign, Regina gave him $50K. And he also say, what is the money people are talking about? You married Regina because you wanted the fame. Punchline. More for the inside story day as we go by days and weeks. But don't forget say if you want to get more of all the FFGs that will happen all around the world when it comes to entertainment and entertainers that you update, tune into Slick TV every day na channel 37 Yana Salon, and also stream them on Facebook. So we get Wet and Bougie. Yes, November 15, na Bo City. Doha's Hotel. The Chillers Entertainment they present the all-white pool party just for 200 leons. Only go shake body and enjoy yourself. Enjoyment get for day this November. I always tell you this. We're not going to miss out. Hey, not allow anybody make name by you for the equalizing spot. Now the epic fiesta. November 8th, na Paradise City, just for 100 leons. And the VIP tickets, they go for 200 leons. Affordable, right? Exciting, yes. Because we can forget amazing artists, then we go perform. We go for car with good entertainment and relaxation. Now 100%. Make sure say you no miss out. Then I all get for the entertainment corner. Me and my dinner just here tomorrow, and it's na Stick TV channel 37. Anytime we hot. Now I did go. Thank you for watching.
Okay, so yeah, how many days? Today the 6th. That are like 2 days more. In fact, 1.5 days. For Saturday, Epic Fiesta. I get tickets for sale of 100 leons, ordinary, VIP, na 200 leons. But I can give small discount. I can pull 5 leons by each of the tickets there. You can buy. If you go buy in a gate, it will be chaotic for you, so come buy to me one day. It's still not late. Up to tomorrow, you get I will give 5 leons discount. Come, 5 leons. Anyways, come buy the ticket. Quickly, before we go into this Epic Fiesta conversation, we get loads of issues also for look into at the show. Somebody there in tears right now, one of the communities, because we get information just now that Osteborn, this is now for the attention of Fire Force, somewhere around the Hillcourt Road, that fire don't catch one by the Osten and Hillcourt Road there. And in fact, one of the things that we will make it much more difficult for Fire Force for even go put out the fire. Look at the terrain. Outside fire engine or fire motor go pass for go put out that fire there. Pass community people and come together now and go put out the fire. See the terrain up the hill. See how the place they show me. You see Motoka Road and that Motoka Road not there. And the fire they catch right now as we talk. This is not Hillcourt Road. This is the problem where Fire Force always don't talk about. So access to some of the communities is a problem. We pity the people that were lost their house right now, or some of them property that they lost their born. But this is not just for the attention of Fire Force. If we not get way for access for go meet some people and for put out that fire, now Hillcourt Road, please, on a rush before all things done. But community people them as well, please, on a help out, as some of them already don't begin do. But at this time, plenty of people don't go work, don't go school, or don't go do their business. So imagine everybody in the house don't go. And so the host take born and the thing spread to the other side. We pray that not happen. So always be mindful, we're ready for go out, put off, you switch them, and make sure say you do the right things as advised usually by Fire Force. All right, now Epic Fiesta is just 1.5 days to go because now Saturday and it start 12 o'clock in the afternoon till the wee hours of the Subri. So, a lot dinner store for you, and it's a vibe. I can't tell with the plan so far about Epic Fiesta, what do they expect, waiting now the boss dinner aspect to foresee, waiting for experience. The manager of Epic Radio, Teresa Thomas, they with me at the studio, and the undisputed DJ Young. We get for Pata the music among the other DJ that we get for Dede that net say they are so with me at the studios. DJ Young, how you like so now?
Follow now, no easy.
I mean, man, easy. Guy now as we talk so and not anything noisy. Guy now for easy. Not enough for making noisy. No. Famous the headline artist say not enough for pressure me.
That's good. Not enough for pressure.
Manager Thomas, welcome. Good morning.
Uncle Patrick, good morning.
What's not this plan? What's not the plan? What do they expect for see on the day of Epic Fiesta? 1.5 days to go.
So we expect for see plenty in them. We expect for see beaucoup in them. And as think as people only follow up the social media space, and also to be precise, Slick TV, then only see some of the goodies that we therefore expect during the entertainment segment. So the Epic Fiesta, this is now the second edition, and we see it in be up on the first edition na Beach Cafe. Now we did one at Paradise City, Saturday, November 8th, and of which tickets price are 100 new leons, standard, and 200 new leons VIP.
I will give you discount.
No, the discount.
If you ban to me, I give you small discounts.
Anybody who wants a ticket, they can meet you no more.
I give 5 leons. I give 5 leons discount.
Yes, and also people for expect so many things in terms of good music, in terms of food, in terms of fun, in terms of performances, good artists, and all that. So we see we headline sponsor for this event. Now famous. We recently don't put the music pressure. So that's what make alone you feel assured. Say no matter what, no matter how the event get for like no allow nothing pressure you. So just you can buy tickets now, so or you go to the venue, you can get access to a ticket.
Okay, DJ Young. Yeah. Music is the food for the soul. Yeah. I mean, I like dance, man. Anybody they go and have a good dance? Tell me, wait at the plan.
I can see one thing. The one that we go the volume 1, then will testify, say, yeah, it was the best.
I don't remember say there was any points before I left the one or dance. If I threw out from I enter the arena.
Oh, the volume 2 get for worst. We get for worst because we get new thing them for put in place. We get for do that today.
And honestly, where DJ Young they talk so, what's it also right now? My foot's the best. I just imagine.
You want begin dance one time?
I didn't tell you. I feel like it's a bit because I know it's be happened the last time. Na Beach Cafe, you know, when we own DJs, in-house DJs, and we play. You know, when DJ Young, because I think last year was Camouflage.
Yes.
Na be perform. Yes. And also where DJ Young can take over. You know, it's a bit like what you expect, say, now odd hours, people in the member say for Kango now, or something it's in this.
Yeah.
And we've been dance, we legs them out. Always had the taste, I imagine it. So just imagine.
The imagination won't kill me.
No, this is not the only kill me, they wound me, bury me. Because the excitement, you know, I can't wait. And also, I think, say, one of the things them, where some certain people them also they glad for this Epic Fiesta. It's about what we can come, the creativity we can bring into the shows. The last time we see IB happen, we get a gantry, we been get photo booth, and we been get Dodul corner. Outside people let me go with that marker. Yes, the signs say calm, the color, and all that in there. So these three people get forget the thing in there with another added in them. And one thing about Epic Fiesta event, it's all about the ambience. Where people they go, waiting people in the sea. It's about reality. If you cannot talk about Epic Fiesta, you not talk about the quality photo booth space, so they always create. We red carpets. You know, go able to not.
They do red carpets for the beginning as well. For good.
Anybody will go at any given time, as long as you don't 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Everything where the big one and get for enjoying a net. It is something for the beginning.
Wow. I got some picking in the afternoon and it's on big person and
so you go feel the two.
And they metamorphose quickly.
So there are a lot of goodies for people. And imagine you'd already the nets for go. Not only dress with you, because we dress code na tank top and bronze jeans.
Oh, really?
Yes. So the tank top, we can call her normally we crop top. Okay. Me like me so we are this, so I get for wear crop top. So if me wear crop top, now order for left. But party can only talk anything I only just wear like so.
I just wear like so.
Just wear like
I just wear like so.
So imagine, so people like for wear their bronze jeans, whether it's in a jean pecs, as long as it's bronze.
Oh wow.
No matter what. Then the thing is, we get a changing room because you know, say it has to do with pool settings. You can go with your sexy bikini.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Unapologetically change. Dive into the water.
You can go with your sexy bikini.
Yeah.
Bikini.
You the man, make sure say you wear sober boxer.
Oh wow.
Because we not go on.
What if the boxer get bronze?
No problem. Well, I'm gonna make you unique.
Oh wow.
And the areas and the way the boxer forget
bronze.
Yes.
We'll keep that balance. We'll keep the balance for the Bronx. I mean, no, not talking about. So DJ Young, what's not the expectation, right? What's not the preparation level for you?
All I can say, they didn't notify again on Saturday.
Yeah, 1.5 this month.
Yeah, so I can give everybody advice, buy your ticket now before you late. You know, say if I be no, the area explain and can explain give me. Because when we don't at the decks, I fear for some man, then I lost him to kaki that day.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, they don't lost her. They don't lost her.
Because this is a different vibe. Would they take the
then go change
the name to
then go Kotoku
Epic Fiesta.
Then go Kotoku then the Motokaki then.
Epic Fiesta Loski.
No Loski go Kotoku. You know that small poster you.
Or I go advise the person, if you don't say you are Losiki, go left for the DJ booth. You write to him Impala.
And the reason
because when me don't be in the decks, I just continue.
So for every generation?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Already the me per me. Thank you very much, DJ Young. And waiting will be you take away message to anybody where they expect for see that day?
I just expect say let we go, we get good vibe, make history because we get a lot of things for do. And that day, the one that we missed last year, this year the big delay don't miss because it get for be superb.
Teresa, this
manager will testify. Bro.
This is why we don't begin to tell you about the bikini, the boxers. Already, I'd imagine. So you don't left now with finger soup. What's that takeaway message?
So my family when they out there, where they listen to me and they watch me. But once for let you know, say if you're not single, not let your boyfriend let in one go. If you married, not let your man let in one go. Because if you left I go at the end, now you go get for regrets. Like how was Patrick say, oh that left now us now go finger soup. We want for let you go because the man them we they encourage you now. Because we get forget sexy ladies them yonder. Sexy ladies where their skin get for clean like milk. Sexy ladies that we go ready for grind and wine with you on that day. And also the ladies them again, we encourage you now for make una come. Because give and take, no matter what, usai clean, sexy, fresh, and tasty ladies then they draw man for car inside. So we want to una come buy una tickets. And don't forget, say we get forget delicious foods as well. Chilled, cold drinks for una. And we protocol team. We security get for be top notch, not afraid. DJ Young don't tell you say if you make carelessness, we go the dance, you lost your key. But before you lost your key, go left fam. So no worry that side. Even if you lost your key with security, then get for find the key for you. Then give you the key, yes. So Kale can buy you tickets. 100 new Leos where you come, just ask for the manager for Epic Radio. Yeah, all man the marketing your business in as much as time platform a day, but I get for talk with you.
I get 5 Leons discount.
Well, in fact, interesting, 10 5 Leons discount. They give me 10 Leons discount.
Oh wow!
Just can no more.
Okay, I'll give 15 Leons discount.
Well, I give you 20 Leons discount.
No, me na 5 Leons discount.
Okay.
I beg. No. Na 5 Leons discount. I put 5 Leons for you. So
the most important thing, you go get
enjoyment.
Not to the enjoyment no more. You will get your partner.
Of course, I be just want to talk down there. You ain't no say you go through depression and relationship.
Oh wow.
Can that day you problem the solve. We get solution to every problem.
There's a big good wife.
Oh.
Yeah.
Something I should say they experience that. Yeah.
And the first one. No life answer no more. You say.
Well, you see, if I be talking for me say, na me, but you already experience.
Come on, who's your wife that day?
I don't get wife though. The first one, and then gave me.
Thank you, DJ. No go for that.
His soulmate.
No go for that, babe. Thank you.
So me family and there una come. DJ Young don't get his soulmate. So until you self go get you. Not to Sonte. You go get you because
so you can get you ghost and soulmate as well. So both ghost and soulmates. Thank you, DJ Young. Thank you very much, manager for Epic Radio, Teresa Thomas for Una Tem. And we look forward to Una for January Paradise City along Beach Road for Epic Fiesta on Saturday, starting 12 o'clock in the afternoon till the wee hours of the Sobuete Sunday morning. Can't see me where they share. You never see me. You see me where this I don't call it the dip and this kind of suits. No, can't see the drip that day.
Drip inside drip.
Not all the drip. Can't see me where they bogey where they
So
share.
you get for swim?
I know sabi swim. No make like go down inside water. The only time I ever taste the water, I ever sit down at the water.
You make so.
Yeah, at least still I go inside pool. Anyways, thank you very much, Lisa. Thank you very much, DJ Young. Let's move ahead with the rest of the show now, with the remaining part of we segments, and take sports. Enjoy Mohamed Collier for that.
Fiesta. Fiesta. Fiesta.
Hey, yo, my Fritonian people, guess what time it is? This is the time for grabby swimsuit, bronjin and tank top, because a big fiesta is back again. This year, we go take you to the poolside. So are you ready for this Splash Ref edition? With close to good sound and a night full of energy. The big fiesta will take place now Paradise City, Aberdeen Beach. Mark your calendar for Saturday, November 8th. Just 12 o'clock afternoon. Everything gonna begin. Ordinary ticket now 100 euros standard. VIP 200 euros. It's gonna be a non-stop vibe, classic performance from different artists to grace the stage. Relax and enjoy quality entertainment with top-class DJs and fantastic crazy pool game setting. Saturday, November 8th. You will miss that you lost. So join us make easy with a big radio with crazy bronjin and make a splash together. Stay tuned for more updates. Right at Epic Radio. Those three, this one get for be epic for real. Epic Fiesta, Splash Ref edition. Splash and chill.
Epic Fiesta.
Hello and welcome to the Today Show Breakfast Sport on Slick Television, channel 37 with me, Mohamed Collier. Inside this edition today, we will talk about the referees manager. We don't talk about how the referee they prepare for this particular season. And also, we will talk about the Triathlon Association, where the president don't give you details about the championship where they will take part inside Senegal. And Mohamed Didi Abouena, a football philanthropist, also gets a Didi Abu football coaching seminar and clinic when for age 8 to 15 years where it get to happen inside Bow Town, December 19 and the 20 na the date. All this is inside the Today Show Sport update for you today. Me and Mohamed Collier will come back after the short break. Welcome back from that short break, and this time, this is the Today Show Sport update on Slick Television, channel 37, with me, Mohamed Collier. Inside with Today Show Sport update today, Mohamed Didi Abouena, a football philanthropist, we based in the United States of America, don't do very well, try to give back to a nation, and it don't continue for the give to the nation, not only in football, but different sporting associations that don't benefit from her. And this time around, it gets the Didi Abu football coaching seminar and clinic, winner for age 8 to 15 years. And this now a 2 days training coaching clinic will get for happen inside Bow Town Coronation Field. And the date now December 19, 2025, and this now for grassroots coaches. And the December 20 now clinic winner outside for them particular coaches, and the winner from age 8 to 15 years. For let we see how we will catch them where they are young. Congratulations to Didi Abu for this kind initiative where you get with the hope and pray that Sierra Leoneans then go grab this opportunity and therefore see how they go capacity themselves. Still inside football, as the Lyon Rock Premier League done the approach, referees manager Refi Mara talk to Slick Television how prepare the referees they done the for meet up this particular season. As always, people that don't cast shadow on the performance of the referees.
Well, by God's grace, we are prepared because we just done today the 5 regional tour where we do for the entire explain the interpretation of the new amendments to all referees. and Sierra Leone. But managers, first of all, the number one are education. Yeah, the NSF need to be educated in the new laws, and also we get a code of ethics we can go by. If you underperform, we get necessary measures that we take. As these private measures that we can take. Most times, not to referee the cause for the loss where team can lose. As a result of the mentality, and I say the educational aspect. So we say what we try for this year. We try to open up to teams them and even communities them, for lot send instructors them. Then we go attack the radio stations, the television stations, for attack them so that we go get something like civic education on the laws of the game.
The FIMARA continue for say they don't engage with the Premier League board chairman so that they go get footages then where they self go to analyze that in plasma. They're not going to take the one them where they come up from the teams them where they can't wait and for late complaint. So they go get a balanced story.
But we always really work with them closely every day, because now we responsibility for work with them closely. Our partners in this game, we want to make the game a beautiful place for everybody, the spectators as well as the team owners, them stakeholders in the game, and as well as the players. Them, we want to make them a beautiful home for everybody. But we try for let we get things them, especially equip instruments in place. We go use, let's say, for get them plasma. We will use them for analyze a lot of things them, especially in the game. So we don't even talk with the Premier League board chairman and the secretary in there as well, so that we will help with doing them matches here, because we believe that every game gets media officers when they designate and venues and they. So we want at least like one of the media officers and go there for cover the game. So at the end of everything, if the eventuality will get any critical situation, we will just ask, we will request from the media officer, they give you the video he gets, we watch it. We're more better than the one we come out from the teams. We want for a video from an independent angle. They'll compare with the one the teams they present again. Follow, do analysis, and for able to take decisions over the freedom with the default.
Then now waiting referee Mara talk inside an interview day about the graphism we get for officiate this year's Leon Rock Premier League. Now let me take our triathlon. As the Sierra Leone Triathlon Association don't left the shores of Sierra Leone for go inside Senegal for go take part in one tournament and also a training camp inside Dakar. The president of the association, Winner Dicin Crowder, talked to Slick Television online from Australia and tell we what's the importance of this particular tournament inside Senegal.
It's now an event we can always attend. They call it the World Triathlon African Development Regional Cup. It's a competition, but it's also backed with a training workshop. We get the French national triathlon coach, named Matthias, where they can conduct the training workshop in Senegal. And we get countries them, we get teams from Morocco, Tunisia, Guinea, Algeria, a lot of things they did it where they did this camp. But what you can do this trip, you can twin the event. Next year, Africa will host the first Olympic Games, the Youth Olympic Games in Dakar, Senegal. Because of this, the World Triathlon for make sure say Africa gets formidable team for participate and compete at these games. So the training workshop can always come along inside this competition, where they focus on youth development. And the people that will qualify for that now, people that will go there under 17 by next year, where then they host the Youth Olympic Games in Dakar, Senegal.
Mr. Crowder continue for say they try for make sure say the country well represented in any tournament so far across the world. And this not only by themselves they do them, even though the Ministry of Sports and the National Sports Authority they help them in different capacity.
To compete because that's where they'll qualify for go to the Youth Olympic Games. Earlier on, they don't give us information for say we for host one event on the 14th of December, where they don't it will be a qualifying event for the Youth Olympic Games. But later on, when I can attend the Congress, I was long in Australia. They gave a tell me there was some error because the event we are hosting is a duathlon championships where not involve swimming. I just run, bicycle and run. So, and the Youth Olympic Games na triathlon event where involve swimming. So they say they don't correct the mistake. We cannot have qualifications in our event in Sierra Leone in December. So, being that the nearest qualifying zone we get in Senegal, I was determined to make sure that Sierra Leone is at the Youth Olympic Games next year. So we organized a team. We comprised of 2 athletes, Abdul Karim Zare, who was born in 2010, and Alaji Sakor Fofana, who was born in 2009, which meets of the age requirement for this workshop, and then go under the lead of Coach Saidu Mansare.
They are now waiting the president of the Sierra Leone Triathlon Association, DC Crowder, talked to Slick Television online from Australia about the essence of this particular tournament where they will take part. Well, all this we get for you today inside the Today Show Breakfast Spot on Slick Television, channel 37, with me, Mohammed Collier.
And so we go also in this edition of the Thursday part of today's show. We'll return tomorrow, Friday, for a fresh edition, January, 8 o'clock in the morning. But not forget the Today Show after lunch. They come to you every day at 3 p.m., 3 to 4 p.m. Thank you to the production team we put the show together. Thank you to guests them we make them to the show earlier. And to you, we always they take time for follow all we updates here on Slick Television. We always appreciate your time with we. Until tomorrow, good morning. Patrick Salia here saying stay out of trouble and stay safe. Every second that the society they make headline and they issue them, Kintinap now we aid, even for clear them, Kintikanga.
Those 550 plus lawyers voted on a resolution that I be the electoral commissioner for the bar. Because of course they believe in me.
So important for work along the issue today, for let the public understand.
3 values where this country stand for. 1, with cultural values. 2, with spiritual values. And 3, with moral values.
Nothing where they don't write, nothing where they don't put on internet, now in AI they give you.
Now that's make we they bring come to you the Today Show. We get segments where they range from interview on the big issues there.
We are very much optimistic, say, through the ballot, we are going to clinch the 2028 elections. Not by